I'm always gonna like your story even if we stop talking. The problem was never how you look, the way you act. It's the way you act. It's the way you act. And for the people that don't like me, I don't need you to like me. I want you to love me. You know I didn't forget about you. Ooh! Take a bite. You first. And in terms of all this attention, I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. I begged for it. This man keeps popping up on my For You page. Have you ever thought that maybe it's because I'm for you?
Like many of you, my first reaction to seeing this guy is, what the hell is this? What is going on? Who is this guy and why is he everywhere? But now, whenever he pops up on my feed, I'm like, Pookie. Hello everyone, my name is Spicy. Today, we've got quite the spicy topic. Prayag Mishra, aka the head of Pooky Nation, Big Pookie himself. Prayag Mishra is a social media personality who's had a meteoric rise to fame over the past year. He makes videos on TikTok and Instagram where he talks to the camera as if he's talking to a girlfriend. He's constantly referring to the viewer as Pookie, and he refers to himself as Big Pookie. He could be talking about his day, he could be giving life advice, he could be enjoying a donut, or he could just be horsing around. Whatever he's doing, he's clearly doing something right because he's amassed 1.1 million followers on Instagram and 4.6 million followers on TikTok. I have tried to explain this man to multiple people, and I fail each time. And then I try showing them some of his videos, and they still don't get it.
Hopped off the plane at LAX. Am I gonna fit in? Am I gonna fit in? Am I gonna fit in? Am I a Roman Empire? Am I a Roman Empire? Am I a Roman Empire, Pookie? Huh? How many times did you think about me? How many times did you think about me, Pookie?
So this video will be my attempt at explaining the Pookie phenomenon and Prayag Mishra. Prayag is from Toronto, and prior to becoming a social media personality, he worked in corporate sales. I first heard about this guy when he started going viral in 2023 when he made the It's the Way You Act reel. It went pretty viral because it was shared by the actress Keke Palmer, and it also became kind of a meme as well. As I was watching his reels, the hater inside me was trying to find something wrong with it, trying to find something to cringe at. But the more I watched his content, I came to this startling realization. There is no cringe. Once we accept that all is cringe, there is nothing left to cringe at. This man is as pure and genuine as it gets. The hater within me melted away, revealing a soft, malleable core that was once a bumbling teenage girl, desperate for a boy to pay attention to her. And I think that's exactly who this content speaks to.
I'm in a relationship with you at this point. Thank you so much for your comment. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
When it comes to parasocial relationships, I think Pooky Nation, which is the term for Prayag's audience, falls in the more insane range of that category. I mean, watching his videos quite literally is like having a FaceTime call with your boyfriend, you know?
This is all happening so fast, Pookie. Do you think we're rushing into things? Me neither. Me neither. Take a bite. You first. And look at this cutie. Look at this cutie. Who's this cutie? Who's this one right here? Who is it? Who's this cutie right here? Who is it? Who's the cutie? It's Pookie! Pookie! Viral TikToker Prayag Mishra has taken the internet by storm. He calls his audience Pookie Bears, and there's a whole lot of hype around it. Is he gonna be able to maintain the hype? Is it all a big facade? Find out right here, because it's me. It's me. You thought it wasn't me? I hear it.
Well, we can't let you leave without giving us a little tutorial.
Absolutely. So just to give reference, this is the What's Up G-Way dance that I just brought in right here.
What's Up G-Way in the cut.
We be vibing. And then I brought it in and I put the shoulder into it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the way you act. It's the way you act. It's the way you act. It's always about the way that you act.
What's up, G-Way?
I have a theory. I think he was sick and tired of doing that silly little dance, so he went on TV as an attempt to kill it. A meme cannot survive being talked about on daytime television. Memes are not meant for TV. Once a person on TV references a meme, that meme is officially dead. There was a term that was popular on TikTok for a while, the sassy man apocalypse, and somehow Prayag found himself to be the unofficial king of said apocalypse.
Nonchalant man been real quiet since I started posting. I really don't know how to feel about this whole sassy thing, and I wanted to talk about it. First thing I want to say is guilty. I've been that. Sassy, I've been that. You don't choose to be sassy. That's just your personality. Like, if it was up to me, I would have chosen to be nonchalant and sexy. God wanted me to be loud and sassy. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say?
I really do not understand the term sassy man, and I don't understand why that term was given to Prayag. To me, he's just a guy that happens to be very animated, you know? I don't see his behaviors as inherently masculine or feminine, but the term sassy is so strongly associated with feminine traits. And you know, keeping in mind that in the West, Indian men are rarely seen as masculine and they're more likely to be depicted as nerdy or wimpy, putting a label like sassy on him just feels like an attempt to emasculate him because he doesn't fit your exact definition of what a man should be or how a man should be acting. Like, just let people exist without trying to assign a label to them or shove them into a micro-trend or fit your aesthetic. It's kind of like how in the early 2000s, if you were a man that did things like wear cologne or tweeze your eyebrows or, you know, buy new underwear every now and then, you were labeled as a metrosexual. People in the early 2000s invented a sexuality for men that took care of themselves. Psh, look at this guy practicing basic hygiene. What are you, gay or something? Oh, you think Prayag is too animated? You think he dances too much or smiles too much? You think he's not manly enough for you? The same people who think men like Prayag aren't what a real man is are the same people that lose their mind over movies like La La Land or the Barbie movie. You know, like, you're okay with a man wearing fun clothes and dancing and smiling, so long as that man is Ryan Gosling. So in this complex interview, Prayag talks in depth about his views on masculinity, and he basically says that his content ultimately morphed into a direct defense against podcast culture, as if to tell young men that there's another option out there. He says that being a man doesn't have to be about lifting weights and dissecting women as if they're animals. When it comes to defining manhood, he's more inclined to take inspiration from immigrant fathers rather than some dudes with a microphone. And as wonderful as all of that is, at the same time, I don't think Prayag takes himself too seriously. Obviously, he's playing a character. He's a very goofy guy, and I think that's exactly what the world needs right now. You know, the world needs more goofballs, goofy goobers. Enough with the podcast bros and their male versus female discussions. Enough with the provider man and trad wife discourse. Enough with the hatred and the discontent. Enough. Enough, I say. I have been trying to crack the code as to why so many of us love this guy so dearly, and I think I figured it out. The world is yearning to see a man be kind-hearted and happy again. You know, the other day, I walked past this guy and he was singing to himself. Not like super loudly like a crazy person, but he was like, you know, singing under his breath. And I'd had to do a double take at him like, oh my God, I've never seen that before. I've never seen a man just sing to himself just because he wants to. You know, like, there's a very joyous man, a man that's having a good day. Good for him. You know, I think the world needs more of that.
And that's one thing about masculinity is that you cannot give up about what other men think. And rule number 2, protein! And rule number 3, make sure you blow your nose. Make sure you get haircuts. You see what I mean? Like, this is how arbitrary it sounds. There are no rules to masculinity. That's kind of the point. Step into it. Stop asking.
Unlike most thirst trappers that you see on social media, Prayag's content doesn't really focus on his looks. It more so focuses on the way he acts. No, it focuses more so on like the stuff that he's saying. You know, his content features a lot of positive affirmations, a lot of optimistic looks on life, and just motivational content almost.
Just because you spend time alone
does not mean you're dating yourself. Dating yourself requires commitment. I think like 8 months ago, I started to actually get into a relationship with myself. I'm going to shoot my shot with myself and actually date myself. Actively do things out of love for myself.
I think in this clip, the phrase dating yourself might throw some people off, but I do understand the point he's trying to make. You need to take care of yourself as if you're the most important person in the world, because no one else will do that for you. You need to shower yourself with attention so that you learn not to rely on external sources for validation. It's all a form of self-love, really. I know I've been saying nothing but positive things about Prayag in this video, but if I have to be critical about just one thing, people are only praising Prayag for saying that he's dating himself because he's a handsome man. If he was not so handsome and he was making videos about dating himself, could you imagine what the comments would look like? Yeah, dude, of course you're dating yourself. You don't really have any other options, do you? I also just want to include this clip because this one made me laugh really hard.
And he is a man. He has helped me as a father get through situations and understand how to be positive. And I love his message. Keep up the good fight. I appreciate you. My daughter appreciates you. Thank you, man. Keep repping.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I just want to know, at what point did Prayag realize that this man was not talking about him? I learned so much from your videos. Oh, thank you so much. My son and I watch your videos together all the time. Oh. Okay. The way you handle racism and discrimination in your videos in a way that's digestible to the public, it's just amazing. Did I solve racism with the "it's the way you act" thing? This is low-key one of my biggest fears. I am risking sounding like a massive douche when I say this, but what with my 13,000 followers, my biggest fear is being recognized as the wrong person. Like, I could be out and about and then someone comes up to me and asks me, "Hey, do you make YouTube videos?" And I'll just be like, "Yes." Yes, I do. I do make YouTube videos. Thank you. Then they're gonna say something like, "You know, you should have just stuck to YouTube. That talk show you did, whoo, talk about a shit show." I think you got me confused with someone else. I'm sorry, back to Prayag. His content feels like those couples who do relationship videos, except in Prayag's case, he's the husband and we're all collectively the wife. It's hard to figure out who exactly is his main audience. You would assume it's mainly teenage girls, but if you look at his comments, it's pretty diverse. Let's take a peek, shall we? Here's an Instagram post of his from when he went to Chicago with the caption, "Chicago, you were delicious. You're delicious. Pookie is eating, literally and physically. Very cutesy, very demure. Pookie, you came into town and didn't visit me? Ooh, not Pookie looking like my girl dinner. I wanna be that drink. Oops, pregnant man emoji." I'm giving that one a like, I'm sorry. My nickname is Chicago, by the way. Guys, get a grip, goddamn. Here's a reel where Prayag is discussing his thoughts and opinions on flavored lip glosses.
I don't wear lip balm, lip gloss, or anything like that. Firstly, it makes my lips kind of dry afterwards, and secondly, they always taste so good, so I end up eating them immediately. And they make the flavors like strawberry, pineapple, cherry, pumpkin. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. You think I'm just gonna apply the lip balm and just sit there like this? I'm gonna eat that up. Don't eat it. Do not eat it.
Let's look at the comments, shall we? Your lips are actually so pretty. Why, every part is so pretty. Please don't eat the lip balm, baby. Someone else is supposed to taste it in your lips. Eat it. Eat it up. I have something for you to eat up. You ever had pineapple? Okay. Find God. Guys, he can read these comments. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm perfect, like I've never left some freaky ass comment on some guy's post before. That phase of my life is over, okay? God, I means freaky is dead. I'm God, I mean spicy now. I am deeply embarrassed by it, and honestly, I think you guys are gonna look at these comments in a few years and regret it too. There is a very fine line between going along with the joke and being straight up gross and disrespectful. It seems like Prayag is fine with it and is going along with it in most cases because half his content is just flirting back and forth with his audience anyways.
Why am I going on my For You page right now and seeing edits? Before it was memes, but now it's like... No, and the comments, I seen a comment that said, wait a minute, he kinda what? Kinda what? You're just now realizing I'm cute? Just now realizing I'm cute? I'm not just funny. I'm also a little cutie patootie.
But please remember these words. We cannot be this weird when this man inevitably gets into a relationship. Don't spam his comment section with the Pookie, what about us? I thought we were an item. Snap back to reality. You are not his Pookie. He doesn't know who you are. In the future, if I find out that you've been harassing his future partner on social media, I am personally coming to your house and smashing your smartphone. This reminds me of how recently another Canadian influencer named Laiba Zayed got married, but that information was leaked online before she was ready to officially announce it. I guess no matter how much you protect your privacy and enforce personal boundaries, you invariably give some of that up when you become quote-unquote famous. But the craziness of your fan base also plays into it, and Prayag, your fan base is kind of insane. Anyways, closing thoughts. Pookie, if you're watching this, keep doing your thing. I wish you nothing but the best. I think you've expressed a handful of times that you want to get into music, which, that's fantastic. I hope you do that. But if you ask me, and you didn't, but I'll still give you my opinion as if you did, I can see you in a Netflix original Bollywood movie. Come on. Come on, give the people what they want. But no matter where this life takes you next, you can rest assured that Pooky Nation is gonna follow you to the ends of the earth. And it's not just because of the way you look. It's the way you act. I had to, I'm sorry. I had to. Like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna make a video about Big Pookie and not do that? Not do the little... Anyways, thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on my Instagram for all of my daily deranged thoughts and my embroidery art. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.
Can I slow dance Pookie? With my Pookie? Can we slow dance? Can we slow down?
I just know some Canadians gonna get on me for saying Toronto and not Toronto. Well, you know what? This is America, and if I want to say Toronto, I will. I'm sorry, but there's nothing you can do about it.